Good morning, good morning. Let me know if you can hear me. Welcome to the ASX Speed webinar for today, which is the Wednesday, the 26th of April, 2023, new line. Here is your disclaimer and warning, new line. And remember, this is general advice only by ASX Trading Proprietary Limited, a corporate authorised representative, AR 289519 Navalva Securities, AFSL 330757 118 Clarence Street, Sydney, new line. This is general advice and does not constitute financial product advice and does not take into account your investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs. New line. Always take into account your broker and advisor's FSG and product disclosure statement, financial services guide and product disclosure statement. Always look at having a stop loss on when you are trading and or investing, full stop, new line. As you saw by the published posts, that we have short-term bear pause warnings in AGL.ASX, which we have taken profit on. We had a nice long trade in that, full stop, new line. AMP.ASX, which we have been looking at a little bit, not much, new line. ANZ.ASX, which we had a trade on, new line. We'll have a look at that afterwards, new line. BLD.ASX, we looked at that last week, new line. BSL.ASX, new line. Yearly charts, column. BlueScope Steel, we can see, has had an inside year so far. It needs to break above $22.65 and hopefully close above there to provide us with some excitement. If it closes below $15.50, it's in trouble, new line. Monthly charts, column. We look, we've got a little bit of a double top here, within 70 cents. Got close to a high target at $21.79. So we think profit taking is smart at the moment, looking for a pullback down to $19.04, new line. Weekly charts, column. On the weekly charts, we could see have a stop loss at $20.30, look back down to $19.03. It may still want to tag $21.79, but I think that's low probability, new line. Daily charts, column. On the daily charts, we saw it do a 50% retracement on the last thumping with increasing volume. I think you'll find that the rally on decreasing volume was not a good sign, and a close below $20 is a little bit of a worry, but a break below $19.75 is even worse, new line. We also have short-term bear pause warnings in CBA.ASX, which we'll cover later, new line. CSR.ASX, new line. MGR.ASX, new line. NAB.ASX, new line. TAH.ASX, new line. WBC.ASX, new line. So as you can see, a lot of the banking and building stocks are in a bit of disturbance or potential disturbance with the short-term bear pause warnings, new line. Overnight we saw a smacking of the US market, so we'll probably see a little bit of a smacking here, new line. We have short-term bullhorns warnings in nothing, new line. Stocks to watch this week include as follows, new line. AMA.ASX, and I post this so you don't have to look at it, I don't have to read it out, new line. Let's look at new line. AUC.ASX, Oz Gold, new line. Monthly charts column. Now this is a sell on stocks to watch, new line. And we can see for the past few years it's been trying to get itself up off the ground after being born quite well and then having a fast run up towards $1.61 and then just diving down the dunny, full stop, new line. It could be that it was taken over probably by something else circa 2011, new line, or changed into something else, new line. Monthly charts column. On the monthly charts, we have a stop loss at 4.4 cents if you want to go long. There's some reasonable volume on the upside on the monthlies, new line. The weeklies, however, has shown a tendency to balk at getting above, really above 5.5 cents, new line. Weekly charts column. On the weekly charts, we can have a stop loss at 4.8 cents if you are long, or if you want a tighter stop loss, have it at 5 cents, new line. Things get better on a close above 5.5 cents, new line. Daily charts column. We can see why it's been pushed back down. There is some support around the 5 cents area, so if you want to pick it up now or a little bit lower, your stop loss should be at 4.9 cents. Life gets better for this above 5.3 cents shorter term. There are some nice things about this in some ways, new line, but at the moment the sell is something to pay attention to, new line. BVS.ASX, Bravura Solutions, new line. Monthly charts column. This has taken a pretty awful beating after being so popular in 2019, 2020, and then it's just been sick since then. A gap down over the last month, so I had not realized that had happened. We haven't been looking at it that much. A break above $1.52 makes its life a bit better, but at the moment probably better to stay away until we find some other better reasons, new line. Weekly charts column. A break above 46 cents leads us to think about 57 cents to 72 cents, new line. If you decide to go with that, have a stop loss at 33 cents, new line. Daily charts column. On the daily charts, have a stop loss at 41 cents, buy a break above 45 cents if you want to go long, new line. Interesting that it's getting a bit better. And this is actually on the stocks to watch, it is a buy, so things may be changing there, new line. If you find anything else of interest in this one, let me know and we'll have a look at it, new line. We also see WES.ASX again appearing on this listing of stocks to watch for a sell, new line. Feel free to ask me these questions on these ones a bit later, new line. Here are the wedgies which may feel the squeeze up, new line. BBOZ.ASX, Beta Shares Australian Strong Bear, new line. BBUS.ASX, US Equities Strong Bear, new line. JRV.ASX, Jervois Mining, L Global, new line. Not a lot on the list. We've covered them previously, and at the moment what we think and thought has come fairly true, new line. XAO.ASX, new line. All Ordinaries Index, we see it rolling down the hill a little bit. The US wobbles may give us a little bit of a shock. Certainly did that a little bit in our futures, and a break below 74.86 or for 74.72, but more appropriately 73.94 new line. XJO.ASX, ASX 200 new line. A break down below 72.97 looks for 72.82 or 72.12 new line. XFJ.ASX Financials Index new line. New line. The banks, we thought, we can see that from the short-term bear pause warnings, they due for a retracement. After a 50% retracement, we should expect 62.28 on the downside, or maybe 61.28 new line. ANZ.ASX new line. And we have been thinking these will be giving us dividends, new line. Weekly charts column. We can see a nice little rally up to some overhead resistance, which it hasn't gotten through properly on close. So a breakdown below $24.10 looks down towards $23.75 or $22.84. We still have some targets which we might think are possible down at $20.90 new line. It may be the case where we get a sudden shock and we may get a chance to pick up and buy some ANZ cheaply and buy some banks that will give us some dividends new line. Daily charts, we're looking down towards $23.77 or $23.75, targeting $23.31 on the downside new line. Best idea, I think, is a stop loss on a stop close only basis at $24.88. $24.08 new line. CBA.ASX new line. Daily charts column. Have a stop loss at $99. Look down towards $97.32 on the downside new line. At the moment, it's the one I would expect to have less support for it on a dividend basis, but it's remained reasonably strong new line. NAB.ASX new line, weekly charts column. We see an inside week so far this week. Nothing much to think of because it was just one day. I pull back down to $28.40 would be perfectly normal new line. Notice the doji from last week, so it didn't manage to have any progress from open to close new line. Daily charts column, we see a little weak rally on Monday before Anzac Day. Maybe if it can get to $29.23, you might want to sell out of some pre-dividend going X, and you might be able to pick it up at $28.33 and dream of picking it up at $27.83 with a stop loss all below $27.20 new line. WBC.ASX Westpac new line. We were long, we took some profit. If you are still long, have a stop loss at $22, stop close only. Should pull back down to between $21.85 and $21.74. New line. Now, in the overall markets, we've been thinking that these next that it should start to weaken after around about the 21st of April. And before that, we were thinking that it was at the end of April we would see weakness, new line. So it's a little bit confusing. So probably we'll get more aggression on the downside come next week, new line. XMJ.ASX materials index, new line. Materials index we've seen belted, and quite rightly, because Chinese iron ore price has been going down and they've been ignoring it. Now they're getting the consequences of that. 17,869 should be its support, but I have a feeling because this way that it's been blowing new highs and blowing new lows, we'll probably see it down somewhere below 16,800. Maybe 16,278 area, new line. BHP.ASX, new line. I sold some of this. I'm now going to probably regret not selling enough, new line. New line. Daily charts, Colin. I've been talking about $41.32 and I've been feeling bad about talking about it. Now I'm feeling better about it. So at the moment, it had a poor day on Monday. A breakdown below $43.73 looks down towards $41.32 for a potential pickup, new line. Now, often when I give a price like that, the market, if it gets it down there, takes it through there. So look for a possibility of $40.27. And ultimately, my favorite target ever would be $34.73. And a pretty good one would be $32.32 if things get really, really, really ugly. New line. Rio.ASX, new line. Weekly charts, Colin. Have a breakdown below $112, looking for $109.12 or $103.33, new line. It's gotten hit. I thought it was stronger than BHP, but obviously it's joined the fun. New line. Daily charts look for $110.84, new line. There looks like there's a panic going on here. And if you'll notice that these ranges down are kind of getting higher than previous ranges. Oh, right, okay. $12.14, $12.15. So that's equal range. If it can't hold this low at $112.65, it's got some dirt on its face. New line. XEJ.ASX, Energies Index, new line. The Energies Index has not broken down. And so I do think it's got a bit of a slide. If it breaks down below 10,470, then look into this 10,200 area, new line. Now, I think we had some energy stocks on some of the stocks to watch. BNL.ASX Blue Star Helium, new line. Yearly charts column. New line. Now we can see that this probably was something different before 2015 and then got resurrected in 2018, new line. So the yearly charts are kind of hard to bother with because of the extreme differences in the pricing, new line. New line. Monthly charts column. Monthly charts have generally been down since late 2021, and we've seen it have a bit of a reaction now as an outside reversal month, which the month is not yet finished, new line. I'd really prefer it to see it close above 3.6 cents for me to get super excited about it longer term, new line. Weekly charts column had a nice good volume pickup, so probably if you get it down towards 3 cents, might be worthwhile a bit of a buy with a stop loss below 2.7 cents. 2.7 cents, new line. Daily charts column. Have a stop loss at 2.9 cents. Buy a close above 3.2 cents, new line. XGD.ASX gold index, new line. This is a bit like the gold price itself. It's on some support, but a little nudge below 7,300 would lead it down to 70.17, along with stocks falling themselves, I imagine. New line. We've covered one gold stock so far, but there's another one that I'd like to have a look at that I've never looked at before. BEZ.ASX Bezra Gold, new line. Yearly charts, Colin. What we can see is the yearly charts have taken off quite nicely with this. It's had a bit of a growth spurt on good volume, new line. Now, if it wants to retrace, it would probably retrace down to about 14 cents for a couple of reasons. And you could be buying it with a stop loss at 12 cents if you're buying in at 14 cents, new line. Monthly charts, Colin, a pull back down to 18 cents would be fair enough. It's already pulling back down towards the 22 cents area, but 18 cents would be the first and best target area, new line. Weekly charts, Colin. On the weeklies, we see a little bit of a pullback. It's only one day. We see a reverse cross. So pull back down to 18 cents to 19 cents would be fine for a pickup with the stop loss at 16 cents if you are happy for that, new line. Daily charts, Colin. On the daily charts, we see a little bit of an edge back, which is fairly normal. So we look for 18 cents on the downside as the first focus and 16 cents. If you're buying, a stop loss should be below 12 cents, stop close only, new line. XHJ.ASX Healthcare Index, new line. This has picked up a fair bit and made new highs. I thought it might stop at that old top, but it's just pushed through. They're going for safety, new line. Probably the next big probe is up to 47,300 area, new line. MYX.ASX, main pharmaceutical, new line. Monthly charts picking up okay on the volume here. Looking for $4.90. You buy dips to $3.63 with a stop loss below $3.40. New line. Weekly charts column. This has appeared on, I think, stocks to watch, as well as I think it's just stocks to watch actually. We can see it's come back. It's basically flatlining a little bit, so you might get a chance to buy this at $3.85 with a stop loss below $3.60, or you could buy at $3.65, new line. Daily charts column. We see about a good bounce on Monday. A pullback down to $3.91 is probably a buy with a stop loss below $3.78, hoping for pushing towards $4.30 or above, new line. XIJ.ASX Information Technologies Index, new line. We can see that it's hit the 1-to-1 and back down a bit. I'm wondering if it's the same as the healthcare index, which has got potential, new line. In terms of health, my son went over to Perth to visit his girlfriend's parents, and they had COVID. They've been vaccinated. So my son and his girlfriend needed to stay in a hotel room until they got better. The kids have been vaccinated and also had COVID. So we see how Western Australia kind of hasn't picked up the ball yet, new line. Does this mean that we're going to get more lockdowns? We're actually seeing a big push in New Zealand for what's called a managed retreat. Now, we do know that Bill Gates and Barack Obama and numerous of the other elites have been buying up waterfront properties, but they've been telling us that climate change will make water creep up into those waterfront properties and then make them unusable, new line. Now, the New Zealand government and the New Zealand councils, every new council in New Zealand is now doing what is called a managed retreat program, new line, which will mean taking away the land of the people who live on the water. Presumably these are normal people, not elites, and putting those people into smart cities where everything that they ever need will be within 15 or 20 minutes or even 5 or 10 minutes away from where they live, full stop, new line. What if they need the coast, new line? This is going to be spread around the rest of Australia. Well, it's going to come to Australia. It will come to the rest of the world. But New Zealand is the test ground, believe me. It's very ugly, new line. But what this means is we will be more and more reliant on staying alive by the use of technology and being limited to what we can do, new line. It will also mean we will have more chance of dying through lack of vitamin D, in my opinion, new line. but it probably is good for the Information Technologies Index, new line. DDR.ASX, Dicker Data, new line. Weekly charts column, we see a little bit of a 38.2% retracement. Dicker Data we would have thought would have been okay. What we're trying to do is to find a bottom, probably a double bottom, somewhere around the $7.90 to $7.82 for a major pickup on a longer term basis, new line. We notice here, if we think about retracements, retracements are not very clear on this one, but let's have a look and see if we can see retracement on the quarterly charts, new line. $6.45 area would be a nice spot as well, new line. Think about them, new line. Weekly charts column. Back on the weekly chart, $7.82 might be a pickup with a stop loss below $7.60, new line. Daily charts column, we see a big surge in buying on the recent low, off the recent low on Monday. We see it do the 38.2% retracement thing, but if it breaks above $8.30 or for $8.33 to $8.40, above $8.50, look for $9.14, new line. We might be needing to merge into the internet in terms of our souls, by the way that this whole transhumanism thing is going. The whole purpose of the transgender movement is to build up anger against normal people and then make them feel like they need to be chipped. Everything goes into the, and then they upload themselves up into their personalities up into the cyber system. And then it sounds crazy, but this is actually what the World Economic Forum wants, new line. Then they will have proper control and we'll just be bodies and heads, new line, bodies and brains, bodies just to store something. I don't know what that is. These people don't believe in souls, new line. XPJ.ASX, Property Index, new line. Now this has been ticking along fairly nicely actually, probably due to population pressure, absurd population pressure. Stop loss should be at 13.53, looking for 14.33 on the top side, new line. Now we've had a ton of property stocks on our short-term bear pause warnings, new line. Let's look at MGR.ASX, Mervac, new line. Yearly charts column, we can see that this year has so far not produced a new yearly low like last year did. We can see that it goes back up to $2.63 and maybe $3 without being really changing the lack of interest, new line. Monthly charts column. This is moving up okay. Look for $2.47 on the top side. Stop loss should be below $2.03, new line. Weekly charts column. Weekly charts are looking up towards $2.43 with a stop loss below $2.19, new line. Daily charts column. Have a stop loss at $2.25. If you are going long, I think it's probably okay, looking for a target at $2.36. It's still strong, and notice it's trending, new line. XTJ.ASX, new line. The telecoms index is needing a stop loss at 1538. Again, population pressure is probably still driving this higher, new line. TLS.ASX, new line. Weekly charts column. Notice the higher highs, but not a new high last week. This week on Monday we saw a slight new high, so if it takes out $4.35, look for a fast move up to $4.51, have a stop loss at $4.23, new line. Daily charts column. Have a stop loss at $4.25, look down towards $4.20 or $4.18, new line. If that's broken at the moment, I think the drift is still up, and it may even start to trend and attract some real volume, new line. XSO.ASX, Small Ordinaries Index, new line. Small Ordinaries Index has had a bit of a pullback. It's steadying, but I think the things that happened overnight in the US will give it a bit of a shudder. A break below 28.77 looks for 28.13 on the downside, you know. I mean, hopefully we decouple from the American economy and we don't have to care too much, new line. Small and mid-cap stocks questions, new line. GMD.ASX, Genesis Metals, new line. I do have some of this, so I am biased, new line. Monthly charts column. We can see it picking up nicely, and I pointed this out to you that it was getting a hold of the gold reserves. I think St. Barbara gold reserves. And looking for $1.55 and $1.59. You can have a stop loss at $1.07, new line. Weekly charts column. We can see a good burst of buying happened. A close above $1.40 propels it towards $1.55. You could try to buy dips down towards $1.22 if you like, with a stop loss below $1.18, but I think you'll find probably $1.29 will be about it on the pullback, new line. Daily charts column, we can see that it's forming a little bit of a flag after the good news. Maybe it bought it at very distressed prices, new line. I think Genesis was a lithium company, but that's a bit different now, new line. The pullback down towards $1.30 would be okay to buy with a stop loss below $1.26, hoping for $1.42, new line. New line. CDA.ASX, Codan Limited, new line. Yearly charts column. On the yearly charts, look up towards $8.86, have a stop loss at $3.59, new line. Monthly charts column. Looking up towards $8.80, buy dips down to $6.24 if you can get them. Stop loss $5.74, new line. Weekly charts, Colin. I pull back down to what $6.24 would be okay to pick up with a stop loss below $6.20. Stop close only. Looking for $7.16, new line. Volume is good on this too, new line. Daily charts, Colin. At the moment, you can buy dips down to $6.86, looking for $7.16, with a stop loss below $6.73, new line. If you want a wider stop loss, have it at $6.64, new line. PHG Trades Review. We're starting to get the market opening up this morning. Now, I've seen a lot less people come into the room today, and I suspect it's because they thought maybe I was having a week off. I was just having Monday off. I don't know what news, how I gave that news to people, but that's something to be aware of. If you did, new line, if you did take a portfolio cleanup, you probably have a bit of spare cash in your pocket or your bank about to hit, so you might have some bargains to get into, new line. AGL.ASX, new line, we've been waiting for $8.24. Now it's now trading at $8.54, down 2 cents, so we don't have any luck with that, new line. ANZ.ASX, we will still wait at $22.92, new line. BHP, we've been long. Our stop loss was at $45.80, new line. We've taken some profit, and we were stopped out on Friday on the open at $45.20. So we made money on some. We took profit on half, and we got stopped out and took profit on one half at the other one half, stopped out, exclamation mark, for a profit. And that was on the at $45.20 on the 21st of April 2023. New line. EML.ASX, our stop loss is at 70 cents, or was at 70 cents, new line. Let's see where we went to, new line. We have not been stopped out yet, new line. We'll continue with that, new line. JHX.ASX, James Hardy Limited, new line. Just have a quick check-in. We've had this order on for a while, hoping to buy on lower levels, and that hasn't happened yet, new line. RMD.ASX, new line. That's well out of court at the moment, new line. PDN.ASX, new line. We have a 62 cents or stop close only, or a 60 cents price stop on PDN, Paladin, new line. We basically have been stopped out, exclamation, for a profit at 62 cents, for a loss at 62 cents. that was on the 21st before 23, I think. New line. SLC.ASX, we're long with a stop at 57 cents, hoping for it to move somewhat. New line. And we are still waiting, it's moving okay. New line. SLR.ASX, we're looking to buy at $1.10. It's still okay. It might be, we'll do 1/3 at $1.17 or so. New line. SVL.ASX, we wanted to buy 1/2 at 22 cents. And we're kind of waiting for that. New line. We got filled on SVL. Currently it's trading around that area now, so you might want to just nibble a little bit if you are not in yet. New line. XJO.ASX, we had a stop loss at 73.31. We were long from 69.38. I'm pretty sure we registered this as being out. The other day, but 73.30, we were out on the 24th. No, we were out on the 21st. Take profit on the 21st. Stopped out. Exclamation mark for a profit. 24-4-23. And we were filled at 73.31. Nice trade. New line. XJO.ASX, we're looking to buy at 72.03. That was an older order, and now it's trading 72.83, so we will wait. New line. New line. In terms of the SMSFs, we've been reducing our allocations over time. We had it up reasonably high. We've dropped them down to 38%. I think we will just wait there and work with it. Thanks everybody for attending, and remember I'm back to normal this week. New line. Bye for now.